What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over some basketball games for Thursday, October 20th, 2022. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. I wish you guys the best of luck on all your picks for these games. Let's go ahead and get into the games. We're going to be looking at the Bucks versus the 76ers in Philadelphia. And then we're going to be looking at the Clippers versus the Lakers in Los Angeles. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers, numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the road team up top, their coach's record, their season record, any other notes I may want to add. In the middle is the all-time head-to-head between the two teams, as well as for the regular season and any other notes I want to add. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, and their coach's record, along with any other notes I want to add. And when I say any other notes, I mean like any type of winning or losing streak that they may be on, or head-to-head matches as far as this season in particular, things like that. But let's go ahead and get into these games. We've got these two games here. Let's start off with the Bucks versus the Sixers. And I'll do the same thing like I always do. I start with the home team. We're going to find out some numbers for the home team to win, and then we're going to go over some numbers for the road team to win. With the NBA season just starting out, there isn't a whole lot here for me to decode. If you saw my first NBA pick preview video for the opening season with the Lakers versus the Warriors and the Celtics versus the Sixers, I got lucky on that day. I did pick the Celtics. I did pick the Warriors. They both won. I did get lucky. I'm going to say it's lucky just because, well, I put my faith in the trusty Hebrew calendar. It pulled out. But I definitely didn't bet any of those games because it just didn't feel, I didn't feel confident in them. But I did get lucky with the picks. We'll see if I can get lucky again on day two. We're going to be looking at the Sixers lost their first game, and the Lakers lost their first game. Now let's see if they can win their second game. All right, Sixers and Bucks. So if Sixers were going to win this game, starting with the home team, if Sixers were going to win this game, I can say that it's the 25th day on the Hebrew civil calendar, a day leaving 331 left in the year. Sixers can pick up their 133 all-time head-to-head win against the Bucks, which is just simply a reflection of 3-3-1, as the Bucks coach gets his 97th loss regular season as a coach for the Bucks, 97, the 25th prime number. This will be the 25th day of the 7th month on the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, like 257. 257 is the 55th prime number. 55th prime number, and Sixers coach can sit on 55 losses regular season as a coach for the Sixers with the win. He could pick up his 101st win regular season for his career as a coach for the Sixers, and he'll do it in Philadelphia. If we copy and paste the word Philadelphia sums to 101. And that's really what I have for the Sixers at this time. You know, Sixers lost their first game. They can get even the score for they can even their record and become 1-1 for the season to make up for that loss against the Boston Celtics in the opening season game. Historically speaking, in the last 7 to 10 games between these two teams, the Sixers have dominated the Bucks. Bucks have only won, I think, one game out of the last 7 or 8 games. So it could just go straight on with that pattern as Sixers continue to dominate the Bucks. Now, if we flip it And we talk about if the Bucks were going to win this game. One thing that I would point out is today does have 52-day numerology on the Gregorian, the 293rd day of the Gregorian year. And the Bucks coach, he can sit on 293 losses regular season for his career with a win. 293, as he gets his 214th win regular season as a coach specifically for the Bucks. 52-date numerology. 52 sums to 124. 124, 214. They're just anagrams of each other. And I was trying to look for a 33 connection. I couldn't really find it, but Bucks could pick up their 137th all-time head-to-head win against the Sixers. 137 is the 33rd prime number. So I was kind of looking for a 33 connection. I didn't see one sticking out at me. Maybe if one of you guys are able to find a 33 connection, you can make this 137 work for the Bucks. But in general, that's about what I have for this game. You know, I think it's either going to be the Hebrew calendar with the 133, the 97, and the 55 in favor of the Sixers, or it's going to be the Gregorian calendar for the 293 and the 214 and just a 33 connection for the Bucks if they were going to win. That's about what I have. So let's go ahead and move on to the next game. And if you saw my first video, like I said, these decodes will start to get a lot better once the season records actually get into double digits. Right now, we're really just focusing on the coach's record and the head-to-head records. And sometimes it just doesn't give you enough. You do want that season record to also go with it, but with it being single digits, it's kind of hard to do that. So but let's move on to the Clippers and the Lakers.
Sorry to interrupt this video, you guys, but I need a huge favor from you. Can you go ahead and like this video and leave a comment below on who you think's going to win? It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
Starting with the home team, the Lakers. If the Lakers were going to win this game, it would be fascinating because Lakers are currently on a 7-game losing streak against the Clippers in the last couple of years. I don't think Lakers have beat the Clippers since 2020. Was the last time they actually won. But if the Lakers were going to win, there are some numbers for the Lakers to win this game. Today does have 36-date numerology on the Gregorian. This is the Clippers coach 366th regular season game for his career. 366 has a 3-6 in it. And the Lakers can get their 151st all-time head-to-head win against the Clippers. 151, mathematically, I'm sure you can already guess if you don't already know, is the 36th prime number. So on a day with 36-date numerology, Clippers coach 366, it's a regular season game. Lakers can get their 151st win regular season for their 151st head-to-head win all-time against the Clippers, 151, the 36th prime number. This is the Clippers' first game of the season, their first road game of the season. Lakers can become 1-1 like an 11 for a season record with a win. Clippers coach would become 89-66 for a regular season record with a loss as a coach for the Clippers. And if we look at those numbers, 89 is the 11th Fibonacci number, and 66 is the 11th triangular number. And so it could be an 11 pattern for the Lakers to get their first win of the season, become 1-1 for a season record, as the Clippers coach becomes 89-66, both mathematically connecting to the number 11. And then you can throw in the 151. If Lakers are going to end their 7-game losing streak against the Clippers, this could be the day to do it. 25th day of the Hebrew civil calendar. You write out the number 7. 7 does sum to 25. However, with that being said, let's go ahead and flip it over to the Clippers. If the Clippers were going to win this game, they've already dominated Lakers for the last 7 games in a row. You know, they can go ahead and just get their 8th win in a row. I didn't necessarily find anything. I don't know. Again, it's tough dealing with a Lakers coach that doesn't have a record. Both these teams don't really have a record. So, it could just be based off that pattern of Clippers dominating the Lakers. It could just continue on even in this game. And Lakers could become 0-2, 0-1 with the loss on the season. The Clippers coach is looking for his 218th win regular season for his career. That's my bias number, 218, 182, 128. Anybody who knows me knows I like to follow these numbers, the 218. So to open up the season, it could just be rewarded with that 218 for the Clippers coach. It doesn't have to really be any more extensive than that. 82. Getting their 82nd all-time head-to-head win. Nothing really jumps out at me with that. The coach, let's type out 218. 218. Okay, so 218 does sum to 97. 97, the 25th prime number. I've already talked about it. It is the 25th day of the Hebrew civil calendar. And that could be, we'll just go ahead and mark that a cantaloupe color. And then the coach getting his 90th. 90, 33, 75. I don't know. That's about what I have. I mean, I only have the only thing I have. Excuse me. The only thing I have for the Clippers is the 218 for the coach. Technically, he can pick that 218 up at any time, but it is a number that I definitely am biased towards. But one last thing I want to show you guys before I end it: Los Angeles Lakers sums to 275. This is the 25th day of the 7th month for the Hebrew religious, 275. And so you're going to have to decide whether that connection is good for the Lakers or bad for the Lakers. Maybe the 257 connections hit for the day, meaning maybe the Sixers coach sits on that 55th loss regular season with the win, 257, the 55th prime. And then maybe the Los Angeles Lakers, which sums to 257, get the win for the day. Both teams, Lakers and the Philadelphia Sixers, lost on opening night. Maybe they lost on opening night just so they can get their home win on Thursday. But that's what I have for these two games. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it gives you some insight, helps you with the decode, get you started on a decode. And like I said, when it comes to the NBA for right now, the decodes aren't that fascinating in the sense that the season records are just still in single digits. Once they get into higher numbers, we'll be able to connect a little bit more. And it also is kind of hinder us a little bit with coaches that are new to the season because they don't have a record. And so it's kind of hard. You're just going off of the head-to-heads and the coach's record. I would like to add the season record in to go with, but we'll get there in due time. I appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate the support. If you have anything to add to this, don't hesitate to put in the comments below. I wish you guys the best of luck. Hopefully you win all the money in the world. And I'll see you guys in the next video.